1, 2,
No, we're not.
3, 4. Let's roll.
I found it.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, they're running.
There they go.
All right.
So.
Hello, world.
And all others.
Oh, how does it start? How does the world start? It begins with light.
Yeah.
What's it
And
saying?
first there was
In the
light.
beginning, In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's
And
Genesis.
first there was light.
And first there was light.
Oh,
Particular-
and God said,
that's
"Let there be
verbatim.
light." Let there be light, and there was light.
So, hello, friends and family.
Thank you for using your
Today,
sensual voice.
we've come together to discuss just
Just
the world around us, the
Yeah,
world
all-
that God or whatever entities out there
All five
created.
of us are here.
Hence
all three of us.
the title of our podcast, The Boys Heading to Church in
Yeah,
the Search of Faith. That's
I
not
I
forgot
really,
that.
I really hope it's titled something different now. It's just called
Uh,
podcast in like brackets.
Church with the Boys, Finding Faith.
It's not
And
called that
I hope
either.
you can come with
What
us
about my
on this
mother?
journey
Leave my mother
where we
out of
find
it.
faith.
Force leave my mother out of it.
My mom out of this.
So, Reed's mom, let's.
Aw.
Her name's Faith.
Yes.
Faith. Is her last name Waters as well?
No, she kept her maiden name.
Which is?
Magdalene.
More.
Faith
So,
Moore?
More faith.
Is it really Faith Moore?
Religion.
All right,
Yeah.
shout out to Faith Moore for being a wonderful lady.
We're just gonna put that.
Hey,
out.
hey, speaking of which, Jen Hinzik? Dude, killing it with the parenting.
Yeah, real talk.
I
real
know.
talk.
Yeah. Real talk.
We all got winners as moms.
Yeah. Hey, Sandra? Killing it.
Sandra last name.
Killing it with parenting.
Killing it.
So today,
She reared a good one.
it's not just the three of us that are speaking currently. There's another two.
Very
They've been
vocal
excommunicated
minority.
from the group.
No, they're just blinded, and
By the
we're
light?
here.
They're blinded by our light.
Wrapped up like a douche in the morning light.
They haven't found the light.
Moonlight.
They're blinded. They're blinded in the darkness.
Right.
All right, and we need to
That's what happens. There's actually a verse about that.
show them.
we'd like to
Would you
discuss-
care to join us, brothers Jack?
Yeah. To discuss the
And
parameters of the
Ethan.
podcast,
Here they come
what
right
all
now.
we'll be
This is them.
detailing.
Of course, brothers.
In this particular
Take
podcast,
a
we'd
seat,
like
take a
to
seat.
touch
Peace be
upon
with you, boys.
a religion. What it all entails. How fictitious can it be?
and most importantly,
Any of it based in truth? I think not.
Was the
But
moon
we'll hear
landing
from
fake?
Emilio.
yeah.
Christianity
Is Kennedy
the world's
dead?
biggest book club.
That's not untrue. That is not untrue.
All right.
You know what blows my mind?
That was said. What?
How many different sects of Christianity there are. Just Christianity specifically.
Is there a religion that instead of like focusing around a book, it's some electronic device?
Yeah.
Like what?
the Jedi Bible, Jedi people, they focus on lightsabers.
Yeah.
The e-Bible,
Obsessed
you know?
by the
The
colors.
Church of Jedi.
You can get the Bible on the iPad for like $5.99.
That's very true.
Emilio would
You
know.
can also get the Karma Sutra.
I get so I have the
Oh,
Bible.
that's
it's
my
very
Bible.
Free.
It's your Bible.
That's my Bible.
You and your.
I've never actually been able to use it yet. But like,
yeah.
the knowledge it's
What is
endowed
your
me.
Bible?
You
Karma
wouldn't,
Sutra?
you wouldn't download
right.
a Talmud, would you?
Yeah, all about the Talmud. I like Talmudic passages.
Oh,
You know,
what's the Talmud?
the Talmud is the Hebrew.
It's a-
book.
it's a
Oh
Hebrew
my
scroll.
God, it's
Every
you
Jewish-
fucking
every,
idiots.
like-
Hey,
The
ignorance. Hey.
No.
Okay, so every practicing Jewish family has a Talmud in their home.
Okay. Can you
Yes.
explain what it is?
Oh, you were on
It's
the.
like a scroll
Well,
in Hebrew.
Well, we were on the
You know
conversation
how
of Karma
Islamic
Sutra.
people have
That's
the
why I
Quran,
was like,
and they
what?
usually have it on a stand.
Yeah.
It's got a stand with a placard at the bottom, and it's usually laced, gilded. My family has that shit. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, it's like
my dad at least. But he
Really? So,
it
Ethan.
collects dust.
Ethan, how do you feel? What's your faith, and where did you find it?
Ethan is of the faith of atheism
Like I'm
because
in
it is a
group
faith.
right now.
Oh wait,
It
what's
is a
Ari?
cult.
What's Ari
A
again?
girl.
She used to be Catholic.
Ethan
Whoa.
is Catholic.
No, he used to be Catholic.
Used to be
I
Catholic.
I was baptized Catholic.
Jack was baptized Catholic.
Yeah, my grandparents.
How'd
are-
that feel?
I don't know. I was maybe 6 months old.
You were a baby.
Did you?
Literally.
Are you still afraid of the water?
Was it traumatizing?
Was that why you loved swimming so much?
I don't know.
Oh.
I might have hissed a little bit when the water hit me.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag
Yeah.
right there.
You definitely have the look in your eyes.
Of a hisser.
Those.
I'm
So you guys need glasses. What's up with that?
I don't know, man.
He's not
Hey,
wearing his. You got
How does it
contacts.
feel to have like degenerative eyesight?
It's pretty cool. It's weird to think that people wear glasses as like a fashion statement. Where it's like I need them just to see.
I
Does
used to-
God wear glasses?
Probably not.
God definitely has
God has
diminishing.
20/20
You
I
know,
like. To, I like.
He's
to-
old, right?
capacities.
Or she?
Probably.
She?
They.
They.
I like to think of God as like a living
Megatron.
a living
Megatron
heartbeat.
is Lord. All hail Megatron. Oh man, that's a good comic.
But yeah,
So
I don't
you
know.
know
It
the
kind of
real
sucks
God
having bad
is
eyesight.
Yahweh, right? Your God is fake.
Like
You'll believe God
only-
is a woman.
when I was younger,
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
I used to think that people who wore glasses as a fashion statement were like appropriating my culture, which
They
is
are.
stupid. In the
They
in the
are
long run.
appropriating
They're
your
not.
There's a
culture, Jack.
character named
It's like
Yahweh.
It's tacky, yes, but it's not cultural appropriation.
Google Scooby Doo Yahweh.
Jack's trying to be serious.
To the,
about this. I
to the
appreciate this.
listeners, if you too know of a Scooby-Doo character named
Named Yahweh.
Yahweh, hit us up.
Please,
No.
yes. Email us and inform us of your outrage.
So today there were a couple
found-
topics.
I found a character named Yahweh Yahoo.
yes.
Yahweh Yahoo. First of all,
All right.
Yahweh. Oh gosh.
Oh, it's the one from the vampires in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
desert.
yeah, yeah.
The with the rock
Oh.
star girls, etc., etc.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
no
they're
doubt.
vampires.
No doubt.
Oh
The
my
Yahweh
god,
Yahoo.
Christina! Hey, shout out Christina.
No
Aguilera.
Doubt was
Like,
in that movie.
No doubt.
Good
Oh,
shit.
bro.
No Doubt was in
okay,
that
shout out
movie.
to
Yeah.
No Doubt.
Dude.
I'm
Dude.
feeling hella good, so let's.
think
chill.
I,
Oh, but no,
like,
I was just saying. I'm sorry.
I popped my first one like
So
Christina
let's
Aguilera just was
keep
like
on dancing.
doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Hey, hey,
I like No Doubt a lot.
first crushes.
Ever? Oh,
Yeah, just,
Ever?
Yeah.
Again, any like
In
real life or
anything.
Okay, there's
Anything.
I don't know about
Anything.
first.
When you
but
first
I remember watching Kim
realized-
Possible as a kid and seeing Shigo,
Ah.
and I was like,
Shigo was a lot
Yo.
of fun.
Who's? I never watched
the
that
green
show.
girl. She's
Oh,
the one with the
okay.
dark hair.
I
remember
did see her.
I was like just being a little baby boy, and I just remember seeing her being like,
Oh my
something is good about this. Little boy
dude,
Amelia was awakened.
First crush.
I
I
don't
can
know.
remember many. I don't know the first.
Yes, the same. It's hard.
I think Winona Ryder and Beetlejuice has to be
Lydia
mine.
Dietz.
Like at 12,
does.
watching that movie.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Winona Ryder.
All right, so
Classic.
Winona
Classic.
Ryder is Lydia Dietz. Kim Impossible.
I guess
Kim
Shigo.
Impossible girl.
Fucker.
It's not
Um,
Kim. First of all, it's
I
not
don't
Kim
know.
Impossible. It's Kim Possible.
I don't know.
First crush.
I didn't
Soleil
really
from
think about it that
Monsters, Inc.
hard.
Who was your first male crush?
All of the Beatles.
I don't know. I didn't realize I was a little queer kid until middle school.
How about that?
Fair enough.
Um,
Who?
Mario.
What made you realize?
Anyone?
Yeah,
from-
Wait,
what made you realize?
Like, was there somebody where you're like, damn, and you're like, damn,
Where was
Jason
that?
Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
I have a serious crush on that guy.
Oh.
All right.
I mean, he's
As in
I don't know
just
who that
the
is.
bod, or
the guy that played Aquaman, the
Personality
really
as
buff,
well.
freaking
Oh
Frankie dude.
yeah.
No, Jason Momoa just is a total
Dude,
package.
he's got fierce looking eyes. And fierce looking pecs.
Okay, so like, when he
His
walks
whole
around,
body looks fierce.
so like when he walks around with his bodyguards, he's like massive, right? So
He
it
has
looks
body.
like
He doesn't need bodyguards.
he does- exactly. It's like the two little mini bosses that you have to fight to get to him.
Jason Momoa's bodyguards.
No, did you like him before or after? You knew he was playing Aquaman. When was that?
Way
announced?
before.
Way before. Okay, because
I
I know
remember-
you have an affinity for Aqua stuff. So
Aquaman
I don't
came
know.
out.
Aquaman was
no,
a
no.
bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go on the record and say Aquaman was a bad movie.
Yeah, it really was.
It was like enjoyable, but in a really corny way.
Man, that movie was garbage. I'm sorry.
It was bad.
Rip.
Ethan, who's your first crush?
Aquaman.
yes.
Yes.
The entire band.
Yeah,
The entire band.
famous for singing Roundabout and
When you saw the
Owner of a
guitarist
Lonely Heart.
kick that sick guitar solo at the beginning of Roundabout,
Yeah.
did that awaken something in little Ethan?
Yeah.
bass be like boom, boom,
I'm
boom, boom, boom.
sexual.
What about you, Maury?
God, dude. Again, I remember. This is one that I just remember vividly. I remember my family dragging me to go see Hotel Transylvania.
Dude, this is all starting to make
Oh
sense.
my god.
That's very on brand for you.
I mean,
Affinity
I was-
for goth.
No, I was.
Yo.
pretty-
Oh, goth
no,
chicks.
I was pretty old. How old was I? How long ago was
grade?
that? Eighth
Hotel
grade?
Transylvania?
No,
Let's see.
it was before that.
High school.
Dude.
No,
It was.
it's
I
like
remember.
sixth grade.
I remember talking about it with these guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, anyway, Mavis. Shout out to her.
September
Shout out to
28th,
Selena Gomez.
2012.
You were 11.
Bro,
Shout out
that's that old.
to Selena Gomez.
Selena? What is
Selena.
Selena Gomez.
Selena
Selena?
Gomez.
Selena.
Shout out to Reed for thinking ours.
It
was Selena.
That's my fault. That's 100%
Yeah,
my
that is
fault.
absolutely attributed to Emilio.
Yeah, I will take the blame for that because I was just like, I don't know.
I love to think that our listeners know just who Ari is.
Yeah.
In this. Okay.
So, one topic
two
we
of
wanted to
them
cover today was,
us.
of course, maybe not as important as religion, because religion's very important, but I think we can tie this in. And it's self-empowering quotes on Instagram. Have you seen those? It's like mini verses from the Bible that help you throughout
Mini
your everyday.
Made by horrible, crazy people.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a little caption. It's like an inspirational quote,
It's
right?
like an
What are those
inspirational
called?
quote with like some
name
semi-related
for
image
those.
in the backdrop.
Yeah.
For instance.
So, okay.
Let me set this up.
Please.
We have a young man, perfectly
A
coiffed hair.
picture of a
What's
young
the-
man.
Yes,
the
picture of a
account?
young man.
What's the account?
Fur jacket. The account, one wise life, one underscore wise
Thank you.
underscore
Thank you.
life.
Now I can look it up on Instagram.
And he's holding a firecracker as though it's a cigarette while laughing at the camera. And the caption is, before calling any men ugly, make sure your foundation matches your neck's color.
Literally, what is that?
What is that?
What is the
All
takeaway
right,
from
all right. The takeaway from that is
Don't defend it!
How is that? In what way does that motivate people?
in what way does that motivate people?
I'm sure you felt stirred when you first heard that, Jack.
stirred? Yeah, I felt stirred with rage.
Another
Something was
fine
stirring in me.
example
It
is
was not
a
motivating.
picture of Leonardo DiCaprio's Jordan Belfort shaking his head, shrugging no. And the caption is, if it doesn't affect your pay, don't let it affect your day.
Wise
At
words.
Trading walk.
Wise words that everyone should live by. If it doesn't affect your day,
You pay. Your pay.
what? So I'd like to take a moment and just appreciate that Jesus,
Right?
Okay.
though
Okay.
he's not long gone, because he comes through every day in these inspirational quotes. Let's get another
I
one.
like that you're looking at me directly in the
Okay.
eye while you're
Okay,
doing
so-
this. You're like,
So I have this.
I'm just making
Bible
sure I'm
passage.
okay while
So
I'm
I
saying.
have the same. It's from the same account, that One Wise Life.
All right.
It's got a picture of a really saturated tiger, partially covered in snow. And the quote is originally from @milliondollar.in. And it says,
Of course it is.
people run in packs because they don't feel safe alone. I run alone because I don't feel safe in packs.
man,
Boy.
Oh, wow.
And I've got to
Damn.
say, that's biologically
Pockets of
incorrect,
knowledge.
because tigers don't travel in packs.
Yeah.
Or alone. They're
Check your Darwin
tigers
bud.
are semi-social for big cats.
So
clearly inspiring people don't know anything about tigers. That's a takeaway here.
what was the one with the coin? There was one that was very moving with a coin.
You know what? Hey, I mean, all of these are, you can't apply these to life. They're,
Sure you can.
Yeah, but let's talk
Wait,
about
hold on,
something
hold
that
on.
has real
Hold on.
applications
I found one from the
to
actual
life
Okay.
in the form of the Bible. Let's have Amelia
Wait,
recite
one more.
recite a
One
passage.
more.
Hold on, I've got the perfect one. It's from the actual account this time. It's in one of those Facebook weird blue to purple gradient backgrounds. It just says, "Better days are here.
So
They
we can
called
dissect
as Saturday and Sunday."
Here, I'll look through. Here, how about you guys rip through some of my favorite verses? How about that?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Amelia's
oh,
going to recite some Bible verses. We're going to
3:16.
dissect them.
John 3. You want to look up
John,
John
no,
3:16?
say it. Recite it. You know this.
Not word for word. It's like, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that the world something may not perish but have eternal life. It's talking about Jesus sacrificing himself.
And what good does that bring?
What good does that bring?
Yeah.
Us. So before Jesus died, this is how I understand it. I'm not a theologist.
Uh-huh.
To my understanding, before Jesus died, you had to be saved or forgiven by God. You had to go to a priest, much like how Catholics still do today. But
Oh, so Catholics are wrong.
anyway, being a non-denomination Christian, I believe that because Jesus died for our sins, you can just go straight to him. Kind of like you can just go straight to the source.
Ah, I see.
What is this?
What is your greatest regret?
Okay, wait, no, let me describe it. So it's like a really, it looks like an image from Dark
so
Souls.
we've moved.
Yeah,
from
sorry,
the
I'm not
Bible.
talking about the Bible right now.
segment.
It's the same
Did you
account
see it?
again.
Did
I've
you
been
see it?
looking through it.
So it's a picture
It's a
of
gladiator.
beaten man who's about
Standing
to
under a
be
gladiator
beheaded
in a
by like a
coliseum.
gladiator.
And all it says is,
Decapitated.
"What is your greatest regret?"
Sorry. What's different?
What is your
And
greatest
this
regret?
is
No,
is
explain.
this
Explain the
is
difference.
We're not going to
holy-
get into the etymology.
I would love for you
of this
to
shit.
explain the difference between beheaded and decapitated. What are the differences? I didn't know.
It's okay, Mila.
Is beheaded? What is the difference? When would I use
Mila,
which?
We're not going to,
I would
parse
love
the
to know.
semantics. So
Well,
go down on this
for someone who
account.
doesn't want to do that. Oh, I like that.
This one doesn't have any words.
okay. So Mila, what leads you to believe God is real?
I'm sorry, I can't take this seriously. This Instagram account's ridiculous. What led you to believe God is real? I'm just looking at a picture of Pennywise. Personal experiences. Also, so growing up in a Christian household, it's like you go to church. It's like, okay, whatever. And I was like, is this really for me? And then through my own personal
Oh,
experiences.
so you actually questioned it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. I like growing. You grow up in it, and then at some point, you get to an age or a point where you're just kind of like, is all this like BS? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You
due to
mature,
yeah.
you become rational.
Yeah. You've got to figure stuff out for yourself. And I was
Right.
worried that, like, I didn't really believe it. I would just believe it because that's all I was taught growing
Sure.
up. But then I reached a point where I was like, no, I do believe this, and that's where I'm at now.
Ah.
I mean, maybe later down the road, I might be like, no, this is fake and gross.
So
But
no,
Hey man, that's
I'm gonna
powerful.
pitch you a shot,
Yeah.
and you're
you're,
gonna try and
you're like,
you're
I'm
gonna
hitting your shot. God's not real. You're
I'm
lying.
Gonna, you're gonna try and like tee this, but you
Okay.
know, there's a Latin proverb that applies to religion most often, and it's what can be asserted without evidence can also be dismissed without evidence. So if that applies
shit.
to God,
That's a wait, no, okay,
And you
wait,
have
who,
no
wait, whose
proof.
quote is that?
that's just a standard.
Oh,
I mean,
Aristotle, probably.
Latin.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
You
Oh,
mean-
sorry.
Latin
Michelangelo.
proverb.
Go ahead, Joe.
Anyways, what do you think of that? So you have no proof, and
Well,
I
sure
can
they- sure they
essentially
do.
call your faith bogus.
I totally
Yes.
agree with that. You're totally right. Yeah.
yeah,
You can
God is not real.
I don't agree with that part, but I agree with the fact that
Religion's
you
a facade.
can... Okay, I don't... Okay, I'm slowly agreeing with you, Wes. Oh, yeah, that's true.
The Catholic
You
Church.
can deny that just as much as I believe in a God that doesn't exist. Of course, that sounds crazy. So I feel like it's natural for most people to be like, you're whack and weird.
So when you're like, rolling down the street with your Christian buds,
I don't
and you
have
see
any.
another
Go on.
religion, like you see those pesky, what are those ones that go door to door with those silly little
Pesky.
bikes? Oh, the Jehovah's
Mormons?
Witnesses.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Whatever they
Mormons?
are. Same
Both?
difference.
Don't they both do that?
Anyways, if you see them, do you say something to your mom or brother and be like, oh, it's them. It's them, the ones of the wrong faith.
I make fun of them more just because it's like going door to door. Doing that just sucks.
Yeah, so
Nah.
you whoa, hold up. I think we're onto something here. You wouldn't go door to door
Oh,
for
heck no.
God? Whoa.
Even when you
Hey.
phrase it like that, I don't know. But like in general, I would not be going door to door being like hello, because I don't think that's a very good way to get people into your belief. Because
Oh,
it seems
so,
like a
like,
nuisance.
Pontificating and just proselytizing is just honestly a waste in that, it deters people more than anything.
Going door to door like a Avon freaking lady. Is that never mind.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
need you.
understood the
I'm
reference.
gonna need
I
one
was
of you
like-
guys to read this in a voice.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh
it's
no,
Bane.
it's Bane. So we have a picture of Tom Hardy as Bane for this. It's in a matte filter, and it's Motivation Militia. That's the account. It's once you see the results, it becomes an addiction.
You gotta do it in the voice.
Oh, once you see the results,
No.
that's Sean
What-
Connery.
Once you
Ah,
see the results, it
once you
becomes
see
an
the
addiction.
results,
Wait,
it
let
becomes
me-
an addiction, Miss Moneypenny.
Let me see it. Let me see it.
Once you see the results, it becomes an addiction.
We don't have any mugs.
Oh,
we have
God,
we have
shut the fuck up.
we have aluminum cans.
They're doing Sean Connery too.
You're a big guy.
Who are you? Mr. Bond.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, but hey, just going back, I'm not gonna try to be like, oh, the bigger man here. I definitely have made fun of Mormons, if that's what you're asking.
What?
Hey,
Sorry.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Okay, it's a picture of a cheetah eating something underwater. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now.
Wait, here we go.
Okay, Ethan's got it.
So, cheetah eating a fish underwater. Focused on becoming a better me. I mean, this is inspiration worth its weight in gold.
Honestly,
I mean,
pescatarianism, it's the way to go.
so that's why you are a pescatarian, right, Maury?
Oh, 100%.
No, you're not.
What's
You
the
know you're
difference
not.
between eating a fish and eating like a pig?
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, what? Tell me.
Fish-
Tell us.
legs.
Fish aren't mammals.
That's correct.
What about
No,
they are?
can I be honest for a second? I said
Go ahead.
mammals. They are fish. But I'm not a pescatarian. There was a girl in my class, though, who was trying to argue that fish aren't animals. And I was like, okay, what are they? She said, they're fish. And I'm like, are they plants or animals? Or bacteria?
Oh, yeah.
Or fungi?
I've had that-
Any one of those, but...
I've had that argument made to me about insects. Like, bugs aren't animals; they're bugs. And I've asked people, it's like, what are they then besides bugs?
Besides animals.
Yeah, what are they then besides bugs if they're not animals?
I feel like I'm
seeing
getting
a
more
disconnect
confused.
there.
Well, it's like that's like saying like the whole argument
Yeah.
that both of we guys talk about. It's like being like, oh yeah, it's not a plant, it's a fungus. It's like, but it isn't a fungus a type of plant?
Nope.
No,
It's not?
It's not.
They're
No.
complete different.
It's
A
its own
plant
order.
and a
Yeah,
what the
they're
what?
different.
It's its own phylum of prokaryotes.
So-
Hashtag
so
Its
like-
cellular
IQ
structure is
exposed.
different.
Yeah. So the cell walls of fungi
If you
are
go
the
to
same
the-
as the shell of an insect. It's made of chitin.
If you
So are they
zoom,
the same thing?
and that's why
By that
fun-
logic.
No, they're not.
if you
And that's
zoom
why
in,
fun fact that you can't overcook mushrooms.
The actual darn.
if you zoom into any plant cell,
They
they're
look
gonna
the
look
same.
very similar. If
Right,
you zoom
very
into any
green.
animal cell, they're gonna look very similar.
Okay,
If you zoom into
so-
a fungi cell, it's
in
very different.
So going back to what you were saying, sorry, I'm on point at you like this. If you zoom into a fish cells and let's say a freaking
Exact
a
same.
pig cell, it's the same. Yeah. So
well, it's same structure.
So
They might
genetically-
differ in
same,
like
same generic structure.
Genetically, there are some
Yeah.
minor differences that like define the overall like expression of what's gonna be on the outside.
So I guess it doesn't
But
sound
most
too
of it-
crazy
Most of it's
That what?
similar.
Yes.
that she would say that, but like I just don't.
It's
I just think I
just-
still consider them.
It's kind of
animals.
dumb.
But
Fish are animals. Insects are animals.
like yo
did God
okay.
want
I forgot we
fish?
gotta bring it
Did
back
God
to it.
Roundabout back here again.
fish to be recognized as animals?
I don't. Sure. But
Well,
they,
well,
I mean, they ate
assuming
fish
that
in the Bible.
assuming that we
so-
didn't evolve from fish,
Okay.
Just on Fridays though.
which Christian in the group.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on evolution? Yay, nay? Is it?
I think it's pretty
Because I know that
like understandable.
there is a group that believes there was evolution, but it was started by God.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
But that
I don't see why
that
you
brings
can't.
out
I don't see why it's
Eve
wrong. Like I've
and
always said this.
Adam,
I don't see why
quote unquote.
like
So
you
I'm
can't
Kind of
believe
debunks the whole Eve and Adam thing. doesn't
Unless
it?
they could happen afterwards, or
the,
they were the first
if you
people.
want my
Oh.
personal opinion, like the what I personally believe or what I think people do. Because
What do you want?
Personally, I've thought about that too. I'm like, okay, like evolution kind of seems like what happened, but also I personally still believe in like Adam and Eve and all that because it's in the Bible and I
Yeah.
believe it's true. So, in my personal opinion, I consider Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden to be like a different plane, not on Earth, but some like heaven. So it's like it's not on Earth specifically. It's not like it was in freaking in the middle of the U.S. continent or Pangea or whatever. Like it's its own plane of existence, kind of like heaven and hell.
And
That's
don't
why.
Adam and Eve get kicked out of it. The Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
wouldn't
So
it gives
credit to
exactly,
making the
exactly.
fast
Down to,
Right.
Or what if instead
So sorry, go on.
evolution was happening,
Okay.
and apes just weren't making humans, and God was getting impatient, and so he was just like, all right, here they are.
Sure.
Because he was waiting for the humans to come, but they never did, and he was like, fuck it.
Sure. I don't. I think it's. I think you could perfectly
You're
be like.
what did
What?
you just say?
Wouldn't there be a little explanation? Just a little, just parentheses. I kind of, skipped a few steps.
Here were the dinosaurs and all that.
True. I mean, I don't, bro.
I think dinosaurs are dragons.
I think dinosaurs are totally real. I think it's crazy that people don't think dinosaurs are real
that's
or like ever existed.
that's stupid.
That's silly. it does suck to be
The
like
dinosaurs did exist, and they were the
Benighted.
coolest thing.
Idiotic.
like lumped into people who believe that. Like, I'm not crazy. I just also believe in a God that doesn't exist. Or that. Oh, jeez. I was meant to say that you can't see.
Dude,
Lord, forgive
did we
me.
just?
No, that's messed
We just
up.
got him to
Amelia
renounce
just-
his faith.
No, you didn't. I still
Oh
believe
my
in God.
God.
Come on. The whole podcast is
Ask
called
God.
Finding Faith.
Hey,
What are you
Emilio.
doing?
Yeah, dude. That's not our mission statement, Emilio.
You're supposed to convince us that some religion is true.
Hey, can we
I
talk?
believe my religion's true. But I just feel crappy putting down other people because, like, well, that's their truth. So who am I to be like, oh, it's fake?
I also think we've touched a lot on Jesus. I mean, big fan. But
Yeah.
I think in some other episodes,
Yeah,
if they
love is
come,
fiction.
dude,
Is love real?
I'd love to see what Buddha was about.
Buddha was cool.
I'd love
Buddha
to
was
see
a homie.
He's the guy with the snails
what.
on his head, right?
Who's another guy? Muhammad, dude,
What? He has snails on his head.
or whatever her name he goes by.
Like,
No, they are snails. What do you
I
mean?
don't know.
There's a story where a bunch of. Am I crazy? Did I make that up?
Wait,
Is
let
there-
Me, let me look it up.
Is there a legend that like looks to Abraham as the sole like
Probably.
prophet?
Is that what?
Because Abraham's just like the prophet, right?
there's so
Well-
many of these fucking things. I don't know.
Yeah, legit, dude.
Dude, cults?
There's a sect of Christianity that probably the only difference is they consider like Leviticus 12 differently. I don't know,
Dude,
bro.
You were
There's-
right. They
Can
were
we do a
snails.
pagan episode?
I'm not crazy, Jack.
Honestly,
Thank you.
Pagan?
Norse gods.
Oh, bro, Norse God?
I'm down.
I'm like.
I'm
low-key
down for
Buddhist.
some.
Didn't they believe in the flat Earth?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe it is true.
Really?
Because they're like
They thought the
Super
world
old.
ended and then
They also believe
would
there was a
sail
giant
off
snake
and just
encircling
fall
the
off
world.
to the-
So
yeah.
the Earth, yeah.
You fall
I dig
off into whatever was under you.
they also believed you could tie up a mythical wolf with a ribbon.
Love that.
A mythical wolf with a ring.
You can
Yeah, the
you
wolf
can
was
actually
also the son of one of the trickster gods, who
yeah,
also happened to be
Loki.
half giant.
Loki?
Yeah.
you can also tie up a real wolf with a ribbon.
Can we just say how did Loki have
A snake
a wolf, a snake?
and a zombie.
Yeah.
Well, not really a zombie. She's
why would
like,
that be a
wasn't
guy?
even-
Get around,
like
get
Schrodinger's
around,
dog.
get around, get around.
Wait, she's like Schrodinger's deity or something?
Schrodinger's
she's,
cat.
She's not
Hell,
like.
I thought.
Yeah, no, she's like
Yeah.
dead but not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hela. Or is Hela Loki's kid?
Well, Hela
Yes.
is the hell.
Fenrir is
Yeah,
the wolf, right?
But
Yes.
I thought she was Loki's
That was
child.
Fenrir.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Because that's
She's
sorta
that's
dead.
Hellblade. That's the whole thing in Hellblade.
Wait,
You gotta
Hellblade
find-
is Norse mythology?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's tight.
because he plays a freaking Viking.
Is it messed up to
Same
call
with,
it
Viking
God,
girl.
the new god of war.
Oh, it's Norse?
It's based off of
Yeah, you have to
Norse.
fight a Valkyrie.
You
Or
Boulder or Pebble?
I always
What's his
thought
name?
that's interesting because
The first dude you fight.
Wait,
Boulder,
hold on.
Pebble.
Oh, I don't know.
That
Oh,
guy.
that's interesting that they say the new one's Norse because weren't the
Yeah.
old ones always Greek?
yeah.
Yes.
And they
Like,
were
it's
also
like
kinda
Olympus.
stupid.
He
Yeah.
fights
He
Ares.
he pretty much kills everybody and moves on to Norse and has a family and then
Kills
That's
everybody
tight.
and
So just
kills
all the gods are
everybody.
real.
Dude.
which is kind of interesting. So
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Wow. Well, we covered a lot today.
that-
It's coming on 30 minutes.
Oh, we're done?
I mean, we can keep going.
Well, I mean, you kind of
It's
sound
very
like you're
fluid.
closing it. So.
No.
No, you're closing it. We're
Yeah, you're definitely concluding this thing.
I'm like, well, we've talked about it a lot.
You don't know if I'm you don't know if I'm segueing.
I'm just declaring.
What are we gonna
Segue to
segue
another
into?
segment?
At this point, we'd like to answer some questions from the comments. There are
Yeah.
none. This is the first episode.
So
we're
we're
done
gonna
with
make
that.
our own comments
Right.
and then answer our own questions.
Okay.
So any queries you see
All right.
fit
I
to
have
post down
one.
below,
I have
we'd
one.
love
Oh,
to see them.
I have one for read.
Yeah, please,
Um,
Miller.
What's that stick up your ass? No.
Well, can you explain the difference between behead and decapitated?
Little to none, but decapitated sounds more fitting.
Okay.
It's fancier.
Yeah,
I
just
like
a
it.
tad more eloquent.
Oh,
I'm just trying to help
syllables.
you out, buddy. Yeah,
Beheaded
it's a
is-
more polysyllabic word, therefore,
Beheaded, decapitated.
And that's
I guess decapitated
And
sounds
that's
like
a
more
wrap.
that's all for today's
Wait,
lit
we've got-
major.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who do these yahoos think they are?
Referring to us or anyone who's listening to this?
I don't know who
These
else they'd be
cowboys out
talking
here
to.
listening
Who's
to us,
listening to
right?
this?
Us.
absolutely no one.
It's us.
This is gonna have
Dude,
5
dude,
listens.
Best movie ever, by the way.
Oh, that's a really good movie.
Such a great movie.
I liked it.
No, I enjoy it.
Everyone who worked on
I
that
don't know-
movie
I don't know
deserves
if I
a
like it
medal.
more than Get Out. I don't know. They're both really good. They're very.
All right. Well,
Hey, Miller,
I certainly feel a little bit
Behead.
more informed
synonym.
with the ways of Christianity. We'll look into other religions next time.
Will we though?
Oh, we will.
Oh.
Prepare everything you got on Buddhism, Jack. No, I'm joking.
We're going to try and attempt to spread our own personal gospel of Buellerism. Our own homebrew of religion.
Oh, and don't forget, in Revelation, it says that giant locust monsters are going to come up from hell and torture humanity if you don't believe in God. So,
I mean, you're basically, just kind of
Sounds like
attesting
my
to the
kind of Friday
fictitious,
night.
Thing. When you keep bringing up these really far-fetched stories,
it's
not helping
cool.
your cause.
I think it's awesome, bro.
I mean,
It's
Dude,
also
Mothra?
terrifying. Evil Batra.
Batra.
No, Batra's still good, but he just is mean. Sorry, I'm talking about. Now I'm talking about Godzilla lore, which is an entirely different religion in and of
Anyways.
itself.
It may as well be the same.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in.
It has God in
Alrighty.
it.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
I like.
Hey,
Oh,
I'd like to thank
Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Ethan, Reed, Emilio, Jack, and myself for listening to this.
And
Yes.
Forrest.
No. Our listeners are greatly appreciated.
If you made it to the end of this, which you didn't,
Probably didn't.
you earned yourself a spot in
The Thank You
the
Hall of
Nerd
Fame.
Herd Kid Cool Boy Club.
The Nerd Herd Kitchen.
um,
We're all chefs.
we hope you learned something. We hope you found your faith. And
Let's finish it out. Let's just mention our names. So, we, in our pursuit of faith, we're modeling ourselves after exemplary characters
I haven't
from the
figured it
Bible.
out yet.
Forrest is an
Yeah,
exceptionally fine gentleman named Judas.
Judas Iscariot.
Emilio follows the great teacher Jesus.
Yeah, I love him.
And
He's my boy.
I am, in fact, the man who parted the sea, the greatest of them all, Moses.
Mohes.
Moises.
Ethan, what religious figure are you?
I'm taking a kind of abnormal religious figure, as you're all from the Christian faith.
Right.
Whoa. You don't get to just... Wait, whoa.
Moses
This
is
was
part of Christian
not...
faith. Hey.
Hey, hear him out. We're
I
very
am
accepting.
going to be Stalin. Because Stalin was a very effective church head.
He had a book.
Come on now. He had a book.
He was worshipped as a god.
didn't?
He had a book.
You talking about Marx, you fool.
Yeah. Same guy.
Same guy.
Remember what I said?
I don't know. I guess I'm Jack, and I guess I'll just do Cthulhu or something, because apparently there's no rules now.
Cthulhu or something.
All right, well, then I get to call myself Dwayne Johnson the Rock.
Also at a
Over
park,
Moses?
So.
Oh, absolutely. That man could part the
Yeah,
sea.
we're just sitting in a park.
Could also part my cheeks.
He said it so fast.
Part my cheeks.
All right. Anyways, thanks for tuning
What if
tuning
everyone
in.
said
All
that?
three and a half.
No,
of you.
no one said
This has
that.
been
Let's
great.
okay.
Love you all.
Love you all.
Thank you for viewing.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very
Tune
much.
in next time for more riveting
Yeah,
conversations
and
about
yeah.
cartoons,
Hopefully
but
it'll
also
be
religion, I guess.
well within the next 4 months because, who knows when we'll see each other next. But
See you in 5 years.